So this is 6.3c elementary algebra, more on factoring trinomials. And let's just look at the problem set here and see if we can kind of wade through some of these. Alright, so this is number 22. So first step, 12 times 3. Okay, so whenever there's a number here besides 1 and you can't factor anything out, you end up following this method. Two numbers multiplied together give me 36. So what do I have? 36 and 1, 18 and 2, 12 and 3, 9 and 4. Let's see, I think that's it. Alright, so any of these add up to give me 20. Yes, the one there does. So 12m squared plus 18m plus 2m plus 3. Group. Can I factor anything out of there? I can factor a 6 and an m out, leaving me with a 2m plus 3. Okay, that looks good. Alright, one of the things that I like about this problem, I just kind of grabbed it, but it does do something here that we haven't done yet. What can I factor out of there? Nothing. There is nothing common there, so it has to stay the way it is. Now notice, this and this are the same. So 2m plus 3, and remember we group what's not in the parentheses, but there is nothing here, right? I have 6m there, but I don't have anything there. If you don't have anything there, it's an assumed 1. So you put a 1 there. There you go. That's the answer. Okay, so that is one thing we didn't go over, is if there's something there. So that gives us our answer. Okay, so this is number 34, and this is the nightmare kind of problems, because I can't factor anything out of there. I don't have anything common here, here, or here that I can pull out. So that means that I have to multiply that times that. And that is not a happy place to be, but that's life. We have to sometimes do this, and we get 510, negative 510. So now I've got to find two numbers multiplied together that give me negative 510 and added that give me negative 79. There is no shortcut except to use a calculator. So I'm going to take my 510 and divide it by 2, and that gives me 255 and 2. So if I take 255 times 2, I get my 510, but if I were to add or subtract those, it doesn't matter. Any way I do it, I can't get negative 79. So I know that that's not going to work. Okay, so I just kind of keep going until I find something that works. So I try 170 and 3. That gives me 510, but there's no way I'm going to get negative 79 when I add or subtract those. I'm either going to get 173 or 167, so I know that isn't going to work. Alright, so you just keep going until you find something that is going to work. And I'm going to try 10. So 51 times 10 gives me 510, but if I add those together I get 61. Now that's closer, but still not what I'm looking for. So after fiddling a little bit, I got 85 times 6, negative 85 times 6. Multiply those together, I get negative 510. Add them together, and I get negative 79. So I just grabbed my calculator and found the factors of 510, and that's the one that worked. So 15t squared minus 85t plus 6t minus 34. And make a grouping there. Okay, what goes in there? 5 and a t. And what's left? Whoops. What's left is a 3t minus 15, 16, 17 plus what pulls out of there? And pull a 2 out. left with a 3t minus 17. These are the same, so that means I'm good. And I'm done. So these are the ones that get a little bit tricky because it's not that they're really any harder. It's just it takes more time because they're bigger numbers and there's a lot more factors that you're going to have to deal with. So again, it just is going to take a little bit more time to do some of these harder ones. So let's look at number 58. See if there's anything we can factor out first. What's common to this, this, and this? Well, there's for sure a 2 common. So let's take a 2 out. And what do I have left? 6x squared y plus 23 xy squared plus 7y cubed. Alright, anything else I can pull out? What's common between these? I have a y there. I have a y in all three of these places, and the smallest y is there, so I can pull that one out. Pull one out of, whoops, I can pull one out of there, leaving me with 1, and one out of there, leaving me with 2. Okay, so I'm going to multiply that and that together, find two numbers, multiplied together, give me 42, and added give me a 23. So let's start playing around here. And the first one I come up with is 21 times 2, which 21 plus 2 is 23, so that works. That makes me happy. So 2y times 6x squared plus, and we're going to replace 23xy with 21xy plus 2xy. So remember, you just tag on the variables there. Okay. Now we're going to group those two and those two. So again, this 2y just tags along. What can I pull out of here? I can pull out a 3 and an x, and that leaves me with 2x plus 7y. And what can I pull out of there? A y. That's it. So let's group this in this, and that, and that. And again, that gets just tagged on. Okay, you don't multiply it by that. You just tag it on. Just let it keep following you down until you're done. Alright, so that's how you do one similar to 58. The only difference with this one and 58 is I put a plus sign here and the book has a minus sign. So your answers are going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a minus y and this will be a minus 7y, but the format of doing it is the exact same. So if you look at 58 and look at the answer in the book, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not right. It's because I didn't do that exact one. I put a plus sign here instead of a minus. But the only thing that changes is the signs down here at the end. So if you were looking at 58 wondering why I got a different answer, that's why. I just used a plus here instead of a minus. But the format was the exact same, and how you do it is the exact same. Let's see. 59 and 60, they're just telling you put in a 5 for a for number 60 and give me an answer. Okay. Same with 59. Put a 2 in there for x and give me an answer. For 61, 62, 63, and 64, what they're asking you to do is multiply those. Use the FOIL format and multiply those and you'll get a polynomial or a trinomial, which is what they want for an answer. Okay. Anyway, that is 6.3C, so you should be good.